Hello guys, Grumpy Thumper here. Alright. So I put a poll out on the Discord to see more so what you guys are interested in. And the options were full playthroughs, shorter videos, full playthroughs about an hour long, shorter videos between 15 to 30 minutes, and then really short videos which are about 10 minutes, which are just voiceovers and highlights of the episode. And you guys decided that you were most interested in seeing 15 to 30 minute videos broken up rather than a full playthrough. So that's what we're gonna go for today. This will not be an impossible difficulty map, but it'll just be like a little experiment on getting the format down right, and you can kind of see like my playthrough, my lead up to doing experiments or to doing impossible maps. So we get to do some fun maps today. Alright. I think the direction we decided to go was this way because I had the most artifacts and machinery. So we're going to start off with a nice easy map here in the Royal Woodlands. Okay. Also, I'm going to try to be a little more decisive and precise when I make my decisions to try to lead to less waffling and less wasted time in the videos. Okay. So for Royal Woodlands, it's straightforward. It's going to be tools, parts, and it's going to be human support. The reason we go with human support is because there's a lot of fertile soil on Royal Woodlands maps, and we're going to need a lot of humans. So if you can get their resolve up, it's very likely that you'll get a resolve victory. Alright, and we're going to start the way that we always do, with a nice H pattern between our storage and hearth and 2 woodcutters camps. We're also going to need a scavenger's camp, and then we're going to take a look around, just seeing some dangerous glades, not really seeing any large normal glades. Okay. So we're going to build a crude workstation and focus on getting planks, and then I think we're going to tackle one of these large glades, most likely this one, right away. So we can go ahead and do that. Even though they're dangerous glades, I think it still holds true that you should open larger glades versus smaller glades. Okay. We're gonna go with reinforced. No, we're gonna go with grain bags. We'll go with grain bags. Alright. And we're gonna mark some areas to cut. If they can, I want them to thin this wood over here. Move that there. Continue this road. Alright, let's check our orders. Solve any 2 glade events. Perfect. So 6 humans. We get the farm for free. Yes, pack of building materials. We'll take that. And then, yeah, we'll do this one. Just for the herbs per minute. This one's really nice. Very easy to knock out. You should probably pick this one. This is a little more challenging, but the herbs per minute is going to be really nice in case we don't find our second patch of fertile soil for a long time. Yeah. But how are you guys doing? Are you guys enjoying Against the Storm? Have you done any impossible maps yourself? Okay. We're intentionally putting off building shelters so that we can have the wood required for the crude workstation. I'm actually going to save our wood, and I'm going to tell them to produce fabric, and we'll use that to tackle whatever's in this glade. Keep in mind that we did start with additional tools, so if it's 2 glade events, we should have just enough to cover both of them. Alright, I'm going to put 2 beavers in here, and we're going to build a stonecutter's camp, temporarily though. We'll probably end up deleting it. It's just to collect these roots right here. Okay. Now we can build our first shelters. If you can, face your camps towards the resource. It's just a little bit more efficient. Okay. And then we'll also get down a trading post now that everything else is being built. And we'll take 1 off of wood cutting so that they can get the rest of this built. And then once we get a nice stockpile of cloth here, then we'll go on to the other materials. Alright. There's no need to pick our buildings just yet. I kind of want to see what the forest has to offer before we start picking buildings. I'm gonna go ahead and cancel that. Okay. So on easy difficulty, you don't really have to worry about hostility for a long time. The multiplier here is 1.5, which is really not too bad. The main goal is to finish your settlement in a pretty quick pace, or at least for me, it's important so that I have more opportunities to do impossible maps later. Okay. Perfect. So we have planks coming in, we also have cloth coming in. Put this on speed 2. And I think by the time we open up this glade, we should have enough. We should have enough resources to tackle whatever's inside. Okay, I'm gonna give the trading post priority. And normally you want to limit this, but because we're surrounded by dangerous glades, dangerous glades, I want to have as much of a stockpile as I might need. The early game is so calm. So first storm is here, no big deal. Our trading post is going up. It's unfortunate because we probably could have forced the trader to arrive. A missed opportunity, but not too bad. Okay, so we have 12 planks. I'm gonna restrict this and encourage them to cut through. So we have Sahilda, so she'll be here when the storm ends. I'm gonna move this woodcutter's camp to here. I'm gonna take this human out, move them there. So we can really focus on getting this opened up. Yep, and with 16 wood, I think we're good. So we're gonna go and switch that back to an 8. Alright, and we are gonna take the one with the most humans. They both have 2. This has herbs, so we'll go ahead and take this group. Then we'll check our cornerstone. Not bad, honestly. I do intend to make my own barrels. Gain 1 artifact for every 2 dangerous glade events solved. Could be nice. I think we're gonna go Ancient Stabilizer. Just because we're not too scared of the storm. The +1 wood production is gonna be very nice. Alright. Sure, I'll experiment with the tincture. The reason I'm gonna choose this is because it comes with a free blueprint, and if you can get blueprints out of the pool, that is always a very nice reward. And we're gonna take this because the human clan supports stacks, so we're gonna get more resolve. Alright. Okay. So we were fortunate we only have 1 negative event. It's the ancient shrine, and we get ancient tablets out of it, which is fantastic. So we're gonna assign some humans to that. Go ahead and clear it with the planks that we built. And then we're gonna look at this cache. Bleeding trees, +1 resin production. Normally I pick this because it's always good to get reputation, but because we're on easy difficulty, I'm actually gonna go for the building material, just to speed up our the rate at which we grow our city or our settlement. All right. So that's a large commitment, using 10 tools, but that is a very decent haul. So I'm comfortable with that. We can get a free library here, which is phenomenal. Alright. Take 1 human off so they can continue building. No fertile soil, which is unfortunate. But this might encourage us to get a trapper's camp. So let's see what's available. We have a kiln, a brickyard, or a lumber mill. I think we'll take the lumber mill. We're gonna take the supplier. Whoa, tough choice. Because we don't have fertile soil, we're gonna take the trapper's camp, but normally I take small farm then herb garden. This will come back in the rotation, so I'm not too worried about it. So we'll take the trapper's camp here, and we'll build it Movable buildings, build near your storage, just so that they don't have to go as far. We'll go ahead and put down a supplier here. We'll move this. And then buildings with quick production time, so like the supplier, every 30 seconds, you want to build them closer to your storage. So that can save you the time that the villagers need to walk back and forth between the two. And we won't worry about that. We'll set this to 20. And we'll give this a high priority. So Hilda has arrived. We have Amber to trade off. And I believe we'll just buy pottery. We'll trade off our resin, which we're not using. We'll trade off the insects. And we'll trade off some eggs, as well as a few parts. Okay. And we'll pack those up as trade goods, and then the next time the trader comes around, we'll have something of value to give them, instead of just random bits and bobs. Okay, we'll clear away this part of the forest. And then you guys can stop producing fabric. Supplier is going up, which is fantastic. And we need an additional house. I'm going to set down a makeshift post, and we are going to pack away. Let's pack away fabric since we have the supplier. We'll limit that to 5. Then we'll move that. You always want to make sure that you have a gap or a hole, because sometimes they can move in between buildings, but it's much better if they have just a clearance so they can get to the storage. Okay. Speaking of storage, I'm going to go ahead and build one right here. This will be temporary. This is just going to be to help the trappers along, so they don't have to walk as far. We're going to move you here, and we're going to see if we can find a lizard to spare. Perfect. Okay, and also I forgot, we have the order for help from the queen, so we would have got the farm anyway. So I'm glad that we didn't pick the farm, because then that would have been a wasted order. Still would have got the reputation from it, but wouldn't have gotten the a different blueprint. So perfect, you guys are packing up trade goods, which is fantastic. How many trade goods do we have? We have 10 already? Wonderful. Okay. I'm gonna go back in and I'm gonna limit you to 8 as well. And let's reclaim this library so that we get free luxury for our beavers. In fact, I'm going to take both of you guys off. Just so we have more builders. And then I'll reassign them. You should actually be a beaver. And now we're just cutting to claim space here. We can give that a slightly higher priority. We need 4. We need 10 crops for provisions, so we'll set this to 4. We'll set this to 10. And we'll give this a slightly higher priority so they build it. Perfect. Looks like the road connects up here. So we'll go ahead and do that. Where's the entrance to this library? Oh, looks like it's under there. So we won't man it because we're not producing manuscripts or incense, but the beavers will get luxury for this. And we'll go ahead and build a hearth on the other side. And we'll go ahead and build a road in between them. Okay. Put a beaver in here because they get the resolve bonus. In fact, we'll replace you and we'll put you in there. Stonecutter is out, so we can remove that, and we can go ahead and destroy the building to reclaim the parts, as well as put a worker over there. And Scavenger's Camp is also empty, so we can go ahead. Actually, no, I thought they could collect broccoli or vegetables, but I guess not. We'll go ahead and delete that as well. And we have Sahilda coming back, so we should look to buy resources. We should look to buy resources so that we can complete some of these orders over here. Alright, so let's check our new orders. Look at this, fulfill your villager's need for luxury 150 times. So that's perfect, we're gonna take that. And we'll take new clothes. We'll go ahead and accept the group with the most humans, which they're the same. So we'll go by resources, which the grain is going to be better. Okay. And we'll go ahead and put down in another house. We can start building them over here. Alright. We're gonna go with leftover. This is actually tough. We're gonna go with route delivery line actually. Yeah. It's a bit tough there. But because we don't have fertile soil just yet, it makes sense to go with that one instead. We're gonna grab the apothecary here. Alright. I'm gonna build the lumber mill, which I should have built. Honestly, I should have built that a while ago. I just forgot I had unlocked it. And we're gonna go ahead and build the apothecary. we'll go ahead and put 2 beavers in here. We'll limit the production to about 24. Okay, so our building material is going to be complete. We're going to take a beaver out and put them in the crude workstation to continue making bricks when we get clay, of course. Yes, actually we're going to do that. We're going to set up a trade for stone so that we can start producing bricks, because I suspect that we're going to start falling behind pretty soon. Okay, go ahead and stop producing building materials. We're gonna go ahead and re-roll. Yes. And perfect. We're gonna take the granary here. We're gonna cancel this and this. Force the delivery, and we're gonna build a granary. Probably honestly right where that is. Or we could build it adjacent to the lumber mill. Alright. It is empty, we can go ahead and destroy it. And now the granary is a phenomenal building. So especially if you have kind of intermittent materials here, or like small batches of material of resources, because you can turn this small bit of resources, so 3 and 2, which they can't even consume herbs, but you can turn it into mush soup. So basically you double your food. And then the cool thing is the granary gets a human production bonus, so you get even more food. You basically get an opportunity to get 20 food for 5 raw resources. Okay, and we'll set our limits again. We'll set our crops to 10. And we can use herbs since we're getting herb per minute, as well as meat. We're going to go ahead and set that to 4. And we're going to give it priority. We're going to force that delivery. Alright. We won't focus on producing tea, but we will produce incense and biscuits. And we'll put a human in there. And then this way we get religion, which will get us human resolve. Okay. Thought we were out of wood. Normally you want to put lizards in your makeshift hearts. Actually, we can do it this way. We can put a beaver in there and put a lizard in there. And now what the beaver will do is he'll lower our fuel consumption by 20%, which is really nice. Okay. I can trade you my trade goods for your pottery and for some building material. Actually, We'll buy your roots and we'll buy your herbs. And we'll trade away our resin since we're not particularly interested in that. And we'll trade away our excess packs of building material for amber. And we'll trade away some of our wood. Some Sahilda, some. Okay. Looks like she is not interested. Oh my goodness. Okay. 21 wood, perfect. Okay. And that'll give them something to do, as well as provide our us with more trade value. Alright. But this is where I'm gonna call it. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this format, and if you guys did, then I'll apply it to my Impossible Journey series. Alright, take care.